Hello, my name is Michael Ross, and today I'm going to be walking you through the harvest data application for Incorta that a team of us here at PM Square have built. Stick around till the end of the video so you can find out how you can try Incorta and this data application yourself for free. For those that aren't familiar with Incorta, it is a platform that handles the entire data analytics lifecycle. Data ingestion, data storage, data transformation, data science, and data visualization are all possible within Incorta. Incorta offers data applications which serve as a quick start for analyzing data from a variety of popular data sources. We've built a harvest data application to help other harvest customers get the most out of their time, expenses, invoices, and estimates data. Our harvest data application includes a pre-built data model, a semantic model to help make it easier to build reports, and a series of dashboards so you can start seeing your company's harvest data immediately. Let's start with the schema. The schema is where we design the data ingestion and storage portions of Incorta. We'll start by opening up the Harvest 3 schema here. So this schema has been defined with a set of tables that mirrors the API endpoints that Harvest has made available. As you can see from the names of the tables, we have a wide variety of data available to us, including clients, invoices, and projects information. Let's focus on the time entries table. This table has 49 columns in it that we're pulling from the API. If I click on the Datasets tab, you will see the code that was being executed to ingest this data into Incorta. You can see here that we've written Spark Python code to call the API and transform the JSON results into a normalized database table. This code is flexible to each customer and will dynamically load the columns that are exposed through your Harvest API endpoint. In our case, we're using multiple Harvest modules. This means that there are some columns returned from our API call that might not be returned if your company doesn't use the same Harvest modules. Our flexible code saves you time during the initial setup by only loading the columns relevant to your company. Let me go back to the schema to show you a diagram of what we've built. This diagram represents the tables and joins that we've built. We've done the legwork so you don't have to know how all the tables relate to one another. At this point, we've got the data pipeline set up to get your data stored in Incorta. Now let's move on to business schemas. Business schema serves as the semantic layer on top of the schema. As I just showed, all the columns are brought into Incorta schemas, but you don't always need to use all the columns from a data source in dashboards. Business schemas in Incorta allow you to abstract away some of the complexities of the source system data and expose only the most relevant columns to dashboard developers. We built 4 business schemas, one for each module within Harvest. Let's take a deeper look at the Harvest Time v3 business schema. We've created a simplified dimensional model for the time entry data in Harvest. And if I expand the time entries view, you can see that we've narrowed the time data down from those 49 columns in the schema down to the 16 columns you see here in this business schema view. And if we look at the metrics view, you can see that I've created a few metrics. The good thing about metrics in the business schema is that developers can reuse the same formula without having to worry about different variations showing up in reports. These business schemas make it easy to create reports, even for those that don't have a full understanding of the underlying source data model. Next, we'll take a look at the dashboarding component of Incorta. We've created 5 dashboards, one for each module and a project summary dashboard. Let's continue to focus on the time dashboard. As you can see, we have a variety of visualization types that show our time data by different dimensional values. We have a project, client, task type, and employee breakdown of our time data here. But one of the most useful insights we put on most dashboards in Incorta is the full set of detailed data behind the summarized visualizations above. I can click on any data element within this details table, and the visualizations will be filtered accordingly. If I click the true in this billable column, I can see that all data related to my billable projects is now being filtered in the visualizations above. If I scroll up, you'll be able to see those visualizations have now been changed to react to that billable filter. Once I'm done looking at my data with this billable filter, I can just simply click the X to remove the filter. If I go back down to my details insight and edit that insight, you can see we have 71 different columns in this particular insight, and then I can look at the query plan to see where these columns are coming from. And you can see the 8 tables where these columns are coming from. That brings us to the end of our demo. I've given you a brief look at some of the time entry related aspects of our data application, but there's more for you to explore in the other Harvest modules. If you're a Harvest customer that's looking to get more analytical value out of your data, we're prepared to offer you the use of an Incorta instance that includes our data application, all for free. All you need to do is send a message to contact@pmsquare.com and mention that you watched the Harvest data application video on YouTube and you want to learn more. We will get an Incorta instance set up for you so you can explore your Harvest data in a matter of minutes. Thanks for watching.